pull shot and the late defensive shot goes hand in hand. If you play both of them really well, the bowler's under big pressure, especially the pull shot. I use the pull shot to put pressure on the bowler. Once I master that shot and I've got a good late defensive stroke, the bowler has got a long day ahead of him. Technically with a pull shot, to start off with, the stance. So I do my normal back and across trigger. Now very important for me and mentally for the bowler, against the bowler as well, is your next movement to be going forward. So I like to do the back and across, be really still. When I see it short, I do a little press with my front foot in order for me to really get my momentum moving forward. And from there on, I rock back with my back foot, going across a little bit, and to get into good position to play the pull shot. Notice how I use my back foot to really stabilize myself and to get into strong position. When you're not into a good position, you will tend to commit yourself to the shot and you won't be able to pull out when there's a bit of bounce. When I'm in a solid position with my feet, there's always time to pull out of the shot when there's a little bit of bounce and when it's getting too steep on you. To really free up my arms, it's important for the ball not to be in line with my head. Just outside, so I can free up my arms on the offside, or just outside the leg side, so I can play a hook shot down to fine leg. But never in my throat, head area, because that'll cramp you and the ball will go straight up. Ideally, for the pull shot, the ball should be just outside your eye line. Never get a short ball to be coming straight at your head, because that'll mean you'll be taking your eyes off the ball. Really important with the pull shot, when you get into a good position, for the right arm to extend. Never keep this right arm bent through the shot. The right arm's got to extend, almost like a forearm tennis shot, if you know what I mean. And also, when you speak about a forearm tennis shot, you know that you do a bit of topspin, you've got to have the same kind of action with a pull shot. So, extend your arm, let the wrist roll through the ball. It's really important to rock forward first, in order for you to get into a good solid position with your front foot. From there on, the pull shot's very instinctive. You get a bit of stability on your back foot and you let your arms just flow through the ball. Remember, right arm has got to extend a bit. I extend my right arm as much as possible in order for me to get the ball nice and in front of square. It's obviously important when they've got a square leg and a fine leg out to keep the ball on the ground. The further the ball goes outside your eye line, the harder it is to keep it down. So you really have to get onto your toes and make sure you roll over. To me, playing the short ball or the pull shot is an instinctive shot. So there's already a lot of power involved. There's no need to overhit it. I always just try and time it and make sure I place it in good areas. And when the time is right and you're in a good position, you can always go for the big one.
Well, I think today we've seen two great all-rounders of the game. First of all, we had the bowling all-rounder, Ben Stokes, batting for Rajasthan Royals, and right now, at present, wicket-keeping all-rounder, Quinton de Kock. And they're two guys that love to play the hook and pull shot. Now, I've got a freeze frame for you to see. And these two strokes were both dismissals. Today for Ben Stokes, and in the past for de Kock. And you can see the position and the shape of the bat on contact with the ball, where in Ben Stokes' case, the face is shut, and in de Kock's picture, the face is open. He skied the ball, Ben Stokes got played on, and that in itself shows you a little bit of a problem that they have as batsmen. Now, the line of the ball is important. Look at it, it's outside the off stump, and they're trying to tug it to leg. So, for me, if you have a look at it, this is Ben Stokes here, and this is de Kock here. As I said, both gentlemen were dismissed. Now, what I would like to see from them both is that they get in line and try. The first thing you have to start with is your bat has to be open, but it's got to be closing on contact with the ball. It cannot be closing before the ball like Ben Stokes or remain open like de Kock. So they have to get, of course, over the ball, it's open, and then it's closing on contact with the ball. Now, both gentlemen are very successful with that shot as well. But the line is important. Now, if you take that line and you bowl that line on leg stump, now both shots, or both shots from de Kock and from Ben Stokes now become good shots, because Ben Stokes is now pulling with his body in line with the ball, which is good. Face is closed, pulling it down. And in de Kock's situation, which we have seen tonight, he's got a couple big sixes. He's helping the ball on the way like this. So that's perfect. But when it's outside the off stump, you've got to be able to get on top Remember these youngsters, get on top, and as you're making contact, it's coming from open to close. Not close to close or not open to open. Okay, so that's one of my little thoughts